Hey people, what's going on? I'm Jay. Welcome to my channel. For years I have thought about starting a channel where I can just talk about reality TV. I went back and forth on it, but let me tell you, this season of Love After Lockup has me going through with it. I can't keep quiet anymore. I need someone to talk about this stuffs with, because Brooke, my goodness Brooke. At first glance we see her doing things with her kids, or for her kids. She's kind of bragging about them, and I thought she had a cute little family. She goes on to tell us her dating history sucks, and she's raising 2 boys by herself. My thinking at this time was she might have been a good mom. She seemed present and truly like she might have been doing on her own with a little help from her parents. And here comes Grandmama now, with grandbaby in tow. Where's this one's mother? Brooke starts joking around with her mother about having a baby with JK. Poor mom is not amused. I guess this is where we really begin to find out who Brooke is and what her real priorities are. It's time for JK to get out, and the first thing on Brooke's mind is having a baby. Showing off a tattoo she has of JK's signature shows you what an irresponsible decision maker she is. Getting ready to pick up JK the next day, Brooke and JK's mom get a hotel room where Brooke tells his mother, JK makes me want to be a better mom.
Say what?
He makes her want to be a better mom? Why doesn't she just want to be a better mom for her boys? Anyway, cut to JK's release. The 2 ladies run across the street to JK, followed by JK embracing his mother first. This is the last time we see Brooke be supportive, considerate, or respectful to anyone else. Back at JK's mom's house, he's ready to take Brooke in his mom's roommate's bed, but Brooke isn't having it. When JK asks Brooke considerately what she needs from him to make her feel comfortable, Brooke's attitude starts. First of all, tone down the way you think you're going to talk to me, because that ain't going to work, she says. The following morning Brooke takes JK to parole, and then this grandmother's place. JK has been incarcerated for many years, and him and his grandmother understandably wanted some time alone together. However, this is when we begin to see that it doesn't matter what anyone else wants. If it's not about Brooke, then there's going to be a problem. When Mimi comes out to meet Brooke, she says she has a gift of reading people when she meets them, and that she's uneasy about Brooke and does not trust her. Brooke, thinking it's 5 o'clock, tells JK it's time to go. We gotta go meet the boys, she says, meaning her sons. When she realizes it's 6 o'clock and JK has curfew, fit hits the shan. Her temper flares up because things still aren't about her. You'd think if your man just got out of prison, you'd support him in wanting to see his family first. But no, because Brooke must come first. She jeopardizes his freedom.
Take me to jail! Away from her!
5 minutes to curfew, and Brooke is blaming JK. After she kicked him out of the car, pretending she's standing up for her kids. This is the first time and the last time she acts like her kids matter. I can't keep having you act like this, JK says to Brooke, but he'll eventually learn it's the only way she acts. Brooke goes on to say, disrespect is something I won't deal with. I guess no one ever told her respect is earned, not given. Because she doesn't respect anyone. She goes on to say, she does miss her boys, but JK can't be left alone because if he's talking to other girls, she's concerned on what he'll be doing when she's not around. Brooke proposing moving the boys and herself into JK's mother's house. JK knows it's because Brooke doesn't trust him. If you have to keep that close of an eye on your man, it's time to find a new man you do trust. Wouldn't it just be easier to be with someone you feel secure with when they are out of sight? She secretly puts a tracker on JK's phone and finds out he's at his ex-girlfriend's. She calls him up immediately, cursing all over his voicemail. Brooke starts blowing up JK's phone and turns into a teenager, leaving work in the middle of her shift to drive to JK's ex-girlfriend's house. I think she forgot she's an adult, a mother with adult responsibilities. Brooke must have forgiven JK for his lying because the next time we see them, they're trying for a baby. Despite the fact that he has no job and she just lost her job. Hypocritically, she decides to lie and hide this information from JK. However, JK does find out and he doesn't take the news too well. He calls her out in front of his family at the dinner table. JK winds up kicking Brooke out of his mom's house. A week goes by and the 2 haven't seen each other and he's still not answering her calls. The next moment we find out Brooke might be pregnant, displaying 2 negatives and 4 positives. I'm sure we all can guess why the positive tests are completely different tests than the negatives. I don't think anyone believed the storyline. Back in the kitchen, Grandmama is already disappointed in the fact JK hasn't been in contact with her grandsons, despite what's going on with him and Brooke. Brooke shows her mother the tests and tells her she might be pregnant, following it up with the fact that she lost her job. Her mother, highly disappointed, probably extremely stressed, calls her daughter an idiot. Ignoring her mother's advice once again, Brooke races over to JK's before confirming or not whether she is pregnant to tell him the news. After purposely trying to get pregnant, using no protection of any kind, JK says to this news, "I can't believe it." Heading into the house, JK breaks the news to his mother and stepfather, who are both very upset. Frustrated with his mom's response, JK just wants advice from her, even though he has yet to take any of her advice so far. Brooke expresses that she doesn't understand why JK's mother isn't happy that her baby is having a baby. Sometimes I just wonder how people can think the way they think. It frightens me that this girl is a mother herself. Then Brooke goes on to tell us she's a good mother, and the world collectively asked, when? JK still isn't speaking to Brooke by the time she's ready to go get her blood work done. Brooke asks her mom to go with her, since she's afraid of needles. Grandmama rushes right home. Even with her own mother, Brooke is constantly dripping with attitude, and her presence is always so unpleasant. After returning home from her blood test, Brooke runs into Bonnie, a mutual friend of her and JK. Bonnie goes on to tell Brooke JK's ex just miscarried his baby. Brooke questions how, when JK isn't even talking to his ex. Brooke makes it clear that she's not believing any of this. Brooke decides to meet up with Alex, the ex, already talking about she's gonna get one good hit in. "Y'all think I'm playing too," she says. When Brooke approaches Alex, she's very confused on why Alex didn't dress to impress her, and the rest of the world is confused on why anyone would try to dress to impress Brooke. Brooke comes in hot, verbally attacking Alex immediately. Maturely, Alex decides not to take part in this and gets up to leave, with Brooke on her heels. Of course, Brooke, who we've learned does not make great decisions, decides to swing on Alex. Hair goes flying before Alex knocks Brooke to the ground. Brooke, the not-so-tough girl, acting like she did something, gets up and says, "You ready to talk now?" Alex decides she's not going to talk to Brooke, and then admits to producers she was previously pregnant with JK's baby. Once Alex pulls away, Brooke calls up JK to tell him she slapped Alex around a little bit. This girl is living in her own mind, because in what world did that happen? After all of that, Brooke turns out not to be pregnant, and her and JK decide to stay together. None of this means JK is in the right either. Nothing in this video reflects my opinion of him. This one was just about Brooke, maybe the next one will be about JK, but I'm thinking Courtney is a must. Done with my recap. All I have to say about Brooke is she is the most disrespectful person I've seen on this series. She's rude to everyone she comes in contact with. JK, his stepdad, his mom, people she calls her friends, and even her own mom. She treats everyone horribly and has been nothing but unkind to anyone she comes across. But that's just my opinion. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to see more.